Welcome to Travel is My Lifestyle with me, your host, your professional tourist. And I hope you've enjoyed episode 1 and 2. If you haven't already had the chance, go ahead and listen to that. You can hear it on any podcast channel or you can watch it on YouTube right now. Okay, so I told y'all I was going to have different ways on how to open up this podcast, right? And today I'm going to give you a little product review. Summertime is ending, but depending on where you are, summertime is still blazing. It is 115 degrees today in Dallas, and I am like, ugh, it's hot. So have you ever realized that when you're on a plane, when you're on a bus, when you're on a train, you have to remember that this is a mode of transportation. Think about it this way. When it's hot outside and your car is left outside, a lot of times you want to go inside your car, turn it on, turn the air all the way down, and you just leave the car. You're cooling down the car, all right? That's a thing with planes. That's a thing with trains. That's a thing with buses. It's a thing. And so when you get on, it makes sense. Holds over 200 people. Body heat's the thing already without you already being in a big metal tube in the middle of a concrete area where the sun is blazing. Track reference. It might be 100 degrees outside, but when you put your knee, your fingers on that track, they used to tell you the track is 115 degrees. The track is 120 degrees. That's why you don't see track athletes just sitting with their arms like this. It's a last minute thing because you don't want to burn your fingertips off. And so what you need to do when you are traveling while it is still hot, you need to make sure that you always have a bottle, a cup, something that you can put water in. Almost every airport has the filtered water fountain. If not, buy it. Because again, 200 of y'all coming onto an airplane asking flight attendants for water isn't going to happen. It just can't. There's too much going on. So make sure that you have something. This is not a Stanley cup. This is a dupe from Five Below because your girl is always leaving cups in her hotel rooms on different planes. So cheap is where I'm at. It works just as fine. So make sure you have something to hydrate yourself because it will get hot. We know we've been having delays. We know we've been having all this stuff going on. You need to stay hydrated. So now you know to stay hydrated, right? But then imagine cooling off that car and having all the windows down. It's counterproductive, right? That's the same thing when you're boarding a plane. You're boarding a plane, that door is open, exposed to all the elements. There's probably another door open somewhere else. Maybe the plane is getting catered. There's a lot going on that you can't control. Some people leave their windows open. Some people don't open their vents. People don't do what they're supposed to. People don't follow directions. We know that. So you need cooling. You need a way to stay cool. So we have this baby. This has gotten me through a lot, okay? I've been carrying this for about 3 years, and it's amazing. It has 5 settings. See? With this button. All right. 5 settings. It has a way that you can charge it from the bottom. And it had a stand that I lost a while ago. You open it. The USB. That's also how you can charge it. And it's a battery pack. So it doubles as another battery pack if I don't use it all up. I love this. This is something that I can use while I'm on the plane. I can stick it right here. Blowing. It's amazing. But it's something that I can carry with me. Now, what I will say is the first time I bought this, I went to Mexico and we were on a boat heading to Cozumel. It doesn't work outside. It's just extra heat. But inside, when you're inside already, it blows very good cool air because it's a normal fan. Then I think you've seen these, right? Everyone's been having these. This has gotten me through a lot in the last 2 years. My husband actually bought me my first one. My first one that he bought me doesn't bend like this. It's normally stacked just like this, but I lost it. So I had to buy another one. This one I actually got from Five Below. And I like that it does this. So when I put it on, this is where the air comes out right here. And because it's not sitting like this, and I can do this, sometimes I can turn it upside down and I can stick it in my shirt. That way I can cool off the girls. But what I love about this is that I can just sit on my neck. And it's very just not heavy, doesn't make a lot of noise. And then I can just press the button on the side and it can go on. It has 3 settings. So when I'm sitting on the plane and it's really hot and it doesn't matter what's going on, I'm going to be cool. These are very important things that you should have with you when you're traveling. You should have some way to keep you cool. You should have water to stay hydrated. You can get them both on my Amazon store, so you can click on that and check that out. That's just the way that I do when I travel. So that is my product intro for today. If you haven't noticed, I'm on location. That is exactly why I want to do this podcast the way I'm doing it. Very simple, very chill, very laid back. And so today I'm in my hotel in Boston, and I am loving this light, okay? Skin is popping. Story time brought me to this. We've talked about being a confident traveler. Let's talk about being a confident creator. Yes, I am a travel creator. I'm a travel and lifestyle creator. If you're new here, hi, my name is Briony like Peony, also known as Your Professional Tourist, and this is my show, Travel is My Lifestyle. Um, this happened because of COVID. Being a creator has been a really tough journey for me because everyone that I know that can help me has not been able to help me in my specific niche. Their tips, their ideas haven't been working in my niche because the audience that I have. I have a lot of friends in the creator space. Okay. I have Carrie, who tries to help me as much as she can. She's more family and mom. I don't have that. I have Q, who's really great at like telling me, how to get into things and how he got into things. Q is fitness and men's lifestyle. He has that beard, and you know how you women like that beard. Jose is fitness and dancing. He teaches and everything like that, and that's great. Abs of Steel. I think he's on a Telemundo reality TV show. That's big news. But it's just that I don't have a natural niche or gimmick that can bring me in people. Travel can be very varied, okay? Very varied. Travel can vary. It can vary based off of, money. It can vary based off timing. It can vary based off of, just your situations. Like travel varies. And a lot of times what happens to me, in my opinion, in the travel industry is people save my stuff for later. A lot of times people just aren't ready to go to Barcelona. They aren't ready to go to Ireland. They aren't ready to go to all the countries I've been to because I've been to over 20. And they're just like, I like your stuff, but I'm not going to use it anytime soon. So travel can be very tricky. So making travel my lifestyle is a thing for me because like travel is my lifestyle. It incorporates everything in my life. The way that I find restaurants in Dallas, the way that I find clubs in Dallas, the way that I explore when I'm out and about, like I am in Boston today. Carrie had told me to get into the creator game years ago because every time she posts me, she said people will go crazy for me, which is nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that didn't travel over to me when I became an influencer, or a creator, whatever name you want to use. It didn't travel over to me. People weren't rocking with me the way they rocked with me on her channel. And that's fine. That's her community. Those are people that come to look for her for family advice, for mom advice, for being a confident mother, like things like that. I'm none of those things. And so, COVID, I lost my job. I didn't have any money coming in. And I knew that she kept saying, do it, do it, do it, do it. Girl, you make so much money. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. I'll do it. No, that was not the thing for me. And even with her helping me, like brand deals and stuff like that, a lot of things that she would put together for me, the brands would flake out. Not her fault, but the brands would flake out. I had so many hair things that I was supposed to be doing, and it just didn't come through. And that's another thing with this creator thing. It's like you being like an actor. Like you're in the arts business, and you always hear about struggling actors, struggling artists, struggling musicians. It's the same thing. It can be really hard. So with being a creator, here are some of my tips. All right. There are a lot of scams. Okay. There's a lot of like reels. Reels are supposed to get you the biggest reach. That hasn't been a thing lately. Okay. There's a lot of like, oh, use this trending sound. This will guarantee you, blah, blah, blah. That's not a thing lately. Oh, do this. Get a lot of followers. Da, 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 da. That's not a thing lately. There's so many scams in this creator game. And so for you to not fall for the scam, for you to just be yourself and be a creator, the numbers will get you down. So don't look at the numbers. Okay. I'm serious. It's not easy because I had been doing really well on my own before my video went viral. Okay. I was getting a constant 15,000 views. I was getting a lot of likes. I was getting a lot of interaction, a lot of engagement. And then that video went viral, almost 6 million views. And it did. It gained me a lot of followers. But my engagement halted. My likes halted. My shares halted. People in my DMs talking to me. The community I was building was getting diluted by a lot of people who just got to me based off of the viral video. It took me almost a year to recultivate that community. But because the numbers were there, because everyone was seeing them and seeing that I have all these followers, but my engagement was not correlating, I felt like an imposter. I felt like I didn't belong here. I felt like, how can I call myself a successful content creator when I'm not successful? And then I had to decide, what is my definition of success? For me, what is my definition of success? At the time, because I was desperate for money, it was like if I wasn't making $100 a month, at least minimum, then it's not success. I shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this. So I had to re-understand what my success looked like to me. And to me, success as a content creator It looks to me when someone DMs me and it's like, your travel tip really helped me out. When someone books a e-guide session with me, it's like, oh my gosh, I went to Barcelona for my honeymoon based off of what Briony like Peony said in my e-guide session, and me and my husband had a ball, which actually happened. Success to me looks like when I'm walking in the airport somewhere and someone's like, oh my gosh, I love that reel that you did the other day. That's success because I'm reaching people, real people, affecting their lives. And I just think that's awesome because they're all strangers. I don't know y'all. And I just think that's great. And then don't get caught up in numbers. You're upset because you only got 500 views. Do you know how insulting that is if you think about it? If 500 people came up to you and said hi in the course of a day, would you not be overstimulated, overloaded? What if 500 people came up to you in a day and shook your hand? Would your hand not be like cramping up? That's a lot. Everyone doesn't get to reach 500 people in a day. Like, think about that. Even if you get 20 likes, you know how hard it is for people to give you love these days? People just scroll by. People steal stuff. People take screenshots of your stuff. People don't give you no credit. They just scroll by. But you got 20 likes. 20 people decided that what you were trying to say was worth it. What you were trying to say was interesting. What you were trying to say was enough for them to stop and look at it. And don't get me started on shares. A share is free. A like is free. A comment is free. And the fact that someone decided, I like what you said so much that I want to share it with everyone that I know. That's like when you have a good recommendation. Like you went to this restaurant. Oh, this restaurant was so good, girl. Let me tell you about it. Like, that's great. Something else I learned. When you succeed, you still lose. But when you lose, you still succeed. That was something I had to learn. When I blew up on that viral video, everyone was contacting me. Everyone else was looking at my stuff. Girl, you're at 1 million views. Girl, you at 2 million views. Girl, you up to 10,000 followers. Girl, you up to 15,000 followers. And I was just like, yeah, that's nice, but where the brand deals? Yeah, that's nice, but why ain't hotels calling me? Like that was a success to me, and it still isn't. Because what I want are the brand deals. What I want is to have a management team. What I want is to throw events. What I want is so much bigger. So to me, I was failing. And then algorithms shift. And when all that happened, I really felt like a failure. I felt like, well, shit, I don't need to do this no more. Nobody cares what I have to say. Nobody wants to talk to me. I keep getting denied. I keep doing pitches. I keep only getting free stuff. I'm not getting paid for my collaborations. And it was just like, this is a failure. And then I get that person in my DM. I get that person in the airport. I get that person who shares my videos or shares my pictures and say all this nice stuff. I find out that, what is it, my engagement rate, which was a whole new thing for me, was really high. I went from being a flaming fire, like an ignition that just like took over the world, to being a slow burn. I was barely getting 1,000 views. So now when I post stuff, it takes a good week to see results. In this creator game, I don't know if it's the feeling of competition or if just everyone just really doesn't know what they're doing. Because you see a lot of people like, hey, I know how to get you there. Contact me. I fell for a lot of those. And people tell you the same thing, okay? Oh my gosh, you have such a great following. That's the first thing they see when you have a lot of followers. Oh my gosh, all you have to do is like, get your niche down. How am I going to niche down on my niche? It's travel. But they want you to like solo travel, black travel, woman travel, luxury travel, budget travel. I don't do that. I'm all travel, which again, travel is my lifestyle. Social media audits. I am Bree Ham. I found her on TikTok back before she blew up because right now she got like 76.3K and the girl is doing it. And she tells it to you real. And her audit was the only thing that really, really resonated and really made sense to me after like the dozens that I did. As well as, okay, Jamil Wilburn. We went to college together. Hey, girl. So she is the UGC queen, and she really, really helped me understand some things. Life happened. I told you 2023 has been a mess with funerals, with family drama, with just everything. And so my mental was just not there to take what she was saying, even though I was trying really hard because, again, I was moving desperation. Money was the motive, right? But Janelle Wilburn is doing shit with the UGC, and she's amazing. So she actually helped me with what she was talking about. And then Monty Woodward. Man, I don't know if I'm saying his name wrong, but he is so funny. He is so cool, and he is so down to earth. His courses are a little more expensive, but he be having deals. And I remember I bought his course. It was like a buy one, get one free or a really good, like 50% off something. And I've learned so much. He's great. And dude, if you ever see this for whatever reason, just know that I don't know how to comment back on your stuff, but I watch the rest of your, content that converts, and you answer my questions. I don't want you to think that, I was like, I just don't know how to respond. But yeah, so those are like three people out of all the scams that I've seen. Because this industry is so easy to get scammed because you're desperate. You're in desperation. The numbers make you desperate. The imposter syndrome makes you desperate. The lack of community makes you desperate. So remember that. And that leads me to authenticity. As long as you're authentic, people will see that. Okay. Me personally, I'm an all over traveler. I started off doing all of my traveling when I was broke. Now I have a little money. I'm married, two income home, a man who likes to travel. And so we can do things differently than I did when I was broke. So now I'm in a different era of travel. So I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I'm luxury because I'm not. I'm not going to sit there and tell you that I'm a budget traveler because I'm not. But I would be putting on for y'all if I said, luxury travel for me, your professional tourist. No, I would be putting on for y'all if I was just talking like that. Authenticity for me is great. I like to laugh, I like to eat, and I like to travel. And that's what y'all see, right? I let y'all laugh at me all the time. So authenticity is key. It's about finding your why. What is your why? My why is that it warms my heart when people tell me they love to travel. Warms my heart even more when they tell me that what I've helped them see about travel makes them want to travel more. It makes me so happy when I get those DMs saying that what I did for them enriched their life in some way. Like, I used to want to be a coach, and I didn't want to do that no more when I found out I had to get more education. But I'm just saying, like, this is the way I can teach without getting all that education. And it's really exciting for me. And that's my why. That is now why I do what I do. That is now why I actually enjoy making content, even if it gets no likes. I enjoy making content. I enjoy going to restaurants and taking pictures for y'all. And I enjoy bringing spotlight to different places, especially Black owned places. Like, it's just something that I enjoy doing. You have to have courage to look stupid. You have to have courage to look like you don't know what you're doing, because half the time we don't. You have to have the courage to post your stuff if you're trying to be a creator, for whatever reason, for whatever your why is. What I think that you need in order to be a successful creator is you need courage. You need to stick with authenticity. You need to stick to your why. Don't focus on the numbers. Post whatever the fuck you want, because someone will like it. And remember that even your successes will look like losses. Even your failures will become wins. That's what I got from this whole creator game. And I hope that I helped you guys. If you have any questions, let me know. You can also book an appointment with me on eGuides. I am doing some classes on creating content and things like that. So if you need any questions, you can ask me there. You can book your next appointment. But once again, my name is Briony, like the flower peony, and I'm your professional tourist. And this is my podcast, Travel is My Lifestyle. If you did enjoy this episode, please go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you share this. And if you haven't already followed me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, we're Briony like Peony everywhere else. I hope you have a great day. Your travel is my lifestyle. Bye.